welcome back, everybody, to High Flyer Radio number.
It's one of those kind of days.
Welcome back, everybody, to High Flyer Radio. It's number 61, the best podcast here on the planet for wrestling and wrestling news and all that wonderful stuff. As always, it is your High Flyer Radio champion, alongside my other host, Ayden.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a great week. What a kind of crazy week that it's been in the world of professional wrestling, bro. I'm excited to sit down here. We're a little bit late today. Sorry, guys, but life happens, things happen, readjusting some things. But we're here. We're here to talk about some wrestling news. So go ahead, folks. Go ahead and grab a seat, guys, because if you guys like watching your wrestling on TV, if you guys like watching wrestling podcasts, then you're gonna love watching it live. Go ahead and grab a seat. $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek.com using the code The Nerd Corps. TheNerdCorps. $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Thank you to our sponsor. Now let's go ahead and get this shit cracking, baby.
Damn straight. First of all, though, how are you doing today, Aiden? Everything good? I know you're rocking that Sheamus shirt right there.
Yeah, I was like, we got to correct some things that we talked about earlier in the week, so I just had to go ahead and throw on the same shirt again. You feel me? But yeah, rocking that Sheamus shirt. I'm doing great today, man. It's been a great week, honestly. So kicking off the new year right.
Damn straight. Can't wait to talk about this stuff because we're getting hot here. Where around town is that Switchblades. Jay White, his contract is set to expire, and it seems that the man may not be sticking around in New Japan any longer.
Yeah, go ahead and read this off for us. Fightful Select has learned that Switchblade Jay White's contract is up relatively soon and is expected to leave New Japan Pro Wrestling. Those we've spoken with believe that both WWE and AEW are interested in getting Jay White. Jay White is booked in a Loser Leaves Japan match in Osaka on February 11th against Hikuleo, which if you guys have been keeping up with the Tama Tonga, Hikuleo, Jay White storyline, things have been heating up there. So looks as though he's booked in that Loser Leaves Town match. WWE has expressed interest. Those in the New Japan roster all believe that Jay White wants to be in the United States for the time being. So the question is, where will we see the Switchblade pop out next, man? What do you think?
Oof. I know that we never got any actual resolution to the whole Jay White showing up in AEW, and then what's it called? Forbidden Door happens, and then what's it called?
Bound for Glory. Remember Bound for Glory whenever he showed up
Yeah.
and they did the 2-Sweet with him and Omega, and we were all like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, we're getting Omega versus Jay White." And then boom, nothing.
Nothing. We're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And we thought we were gonna see Kenny and Jay are gonna have their match because what's it called? It's the leaders of Bullet Club coming to go against each other. Nope, it never happened. And we were just waiting. And nothing ever came about it. But I know damn well that Tony Khan will want to get Jay White. I think we all know here that Tony Khan is a huge NJPW fan, and he must be a huge Jay White fan.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm kind of interested in seeing him go to WWE.
Yeah, I mean, as we'll get into later on in the show, no doubt. My feelings have kind of shifted in regards to wanting to see talent show up at WWE for the time being. I'm a little bit hesitant on that, and honestly, I think if you're a wrestler working in the industry right now, you're probably also a little hesitant on that as well. So, honestly, if the rumors are true, Jay White is kind of looking to maybe expand outside of Japan. If he loses this Loser Leaves Japan match and shows up here in America, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up on AEW. And I know it's one of those things of, the roster's already bloated enough, as we all know, but I think for someone like a Jay White, especially with how much that AEW's kind of pushed Bullet Club, and I feel like Bullet Club is like a dam ready to break. Like I feel like Bullet Club is starting to get some momentum back, and I feel like now with Juice Robinson on your roster, if you add a Jay White into the mix, you've got Kenny Omega with the IWGP United States Championship belt right now too. So if you want to maybe take a break on the Osprey storyline and give that some time to build up, maybe wait till Osprey is ready to come back to AEW, and then you could maybe run a feud finally with Kenny and Jay White. I mean, that might be interesting.
I'm down with that. And I know that there's it'd be great to see like trios tag matches too. You get Juice, you get Jay in there, and
Get
fuck it,
get Chris Bay.
Chris
Yeah.
Bay, bro, Chris Bay. Let's go. You could do something there, but I think I'm down to see wherever he goes. I don't know what the future of WWE looks like, but I know that if we're at the Rumble, what's it called, and if I hear Jay White's music or something pop off, I'm like, I know that I'm gonna fucking mark out.
Yeah, that would be fucking insane. And by the way, totally while like reading all this, I just realized that I believe that the date has already passed on that Loser Leaves Town match, which I totally didn't watch. So I'm actually gonna look up and see Jay White versus Hikuleo because I believe it said January 11th. So let's
And
see.
it's January 13th right now, I think.
Yeah,
Or
it's
14th.
January 15th. See, man, I
15th.
told you, one of those kind of Sundays, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be real honest, y'all. I was taking a nap and I woke up and I checked my phone and it was at 1:24 and I was like, oh shit, we have show today. So
Right.
I had to
And
get up.
I have. All right. Well, I have no idea. Sorry, guys. If anyone is listening live right now and wants to get us that information in the comments, I would totally appreciate that. But
Yep.
yeah, man, it's one of those kind of days. But we still powering through, bro. We've got this. Might be maybe controversial. I don't know, but we've got this MJF promo, right? So everybody knows we're on the build to AEW Revolution. I was looking for a good segue, man, but I just couldn't find it, guys. So we're just hard jumping into it. But we all know, hey, man, it is what it is. We all know that we're on the road to AEW Revolution right now. MJF, Bryan Danielson. It looks like we're going to be getting that 60-minute Iron Man match between the two. And so the whole storyline, right? Yeah, that's going to be. Yeah, I'm hyped for that, bro. Give it to me. Anyways, the whole storyline is that Bryan Danielson has to win every single match until February 8th, I believe, or else he won't be able to challenge MJF for the title. So we had the match between Takeshita and Bryan Danielson, but before that, MJF comes out and he starts cutting this promo on Takeshita, and he starts kind of getting into some territories that a lot of people, depending on your views of the world, would view as, some might say the word would be problematic. But, the whole, this is where we'll kind of break into this because I'm genuinely curious what you think about this. To me, MJF has always been like an old school NWA, just complete an utter asshole. Like he doesn't give a shit about anyone or anything. And to me, it's like I'm seeing some people say that like, oh, MJF is just cheap heat. Oh, MJF is like, the content that he got onto this past Wednesday on Dynamite is like it's not, it's not good. You know what I mean? Like it's a bad look for him. I kind of want to know, Raul, what do you think about the whole concept of like, is MJF just cheap heat and is it getting old?
I don't know. Whatever that segment did, it worked for me rooting for Takeshita because I watched that segment, and after that was done, I was like, yo, Takeshita's gonna be the first Japanese AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah,
He's
for
gonna
sure.
become the first Japanese World Heavyweight Champ. Like you can tell how much Tony Khan is behind Takeshita and how
Oh
much he
yeah.
likes him, and I truly think that give or take maybe like next year or the year after that, I think Takeshi's gonna be champion. I think he's gonna be.
Damn,
I
you
think he's
think
gonna have a
next
run with
year?
probably. Yeah, I want to say 2 years tops. 2 years tops. I think Takeshi's gonna be champ.
I would say two. Yeah, I would say 2 years is more likely. Like I'm thinking
Yeah,
maybe like 2024, 2025, but no doubt for sure that this guy's got that type of potential in his future. He's
Yeah.
definitely the one thing that I definitely like about Takesha before I get onto the MJF side of things. The one thing that I like about what they've been doing with Takesha is that they're always keeping him involved with like those main event players. Like they're always keeping him involved with people who are like on the world heavyweight title scene. He's not ever really kind of like dicking around in the mid card having feuds with like I don't know, fucking like QT Marshall in the factory or some shit. You know what I mean? Like they haven't, at least not yet. You know what I mean? They haven't done
Yeah.
that to the poor guy, but I like the way that they're positioning Takeshita. And honestly, man, I totally like. I'm with you, man. This MJF promo, it worked for me, man.
It worked to
MJF is,
get me behind him, behind
yeah,
Takeshita.
yeah, and that's exactly what it was supposed to do, right? Was you're supposed to come out, and I think that they were worried because this is the same building that MJF had that promo on Tony Khan, where he called him out
Yeah.
and called him a fucking mark and all that shit, and CM Punk chased him out of the building. I think the worry was, man, this LA crowd is really probably going to be behind MJF,
Yeah.
so they had to do something where he really came out there and really pulled all the strings of the California crowd, which as the Trump mentions later on in the show, you would understand what their views on the world might be. So MJF coming out here and getting the cheap heat on Takesha, thought it worked, and Takesha looked great whenever he made
Yeah.
his, whenever he had his two lines that he dropped at MJF, where he said something in Japanese, and then MJF's like, "Here we speak American." And then Takesha gets the mic back again, and he said like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass" or whatever.
Yeah.
It was great. It worked for me. Plus, the
Yeah.
fucking match between Takesha and Danielson was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us in the comments, Bill. I felt uncomfortable with the comment, but that's me. Hey, what's called? We respect it.
I mean,
If
that's
you
what's
feel,
supposed to do. That's
yeah,
just me, though. But
yeah.
yeah, respect,
If
respect
y'all
to.
felt uncomfortable with it, what's called? We respect it.
Mhm.
I thought it worked. I was like, eh. I was like maybe what's it called? I think like maybe MGF, what's it called? Could have gone from a different angle, but like if anything, the segment worked for me. It worked, and it was like, hey, I'm completely behind Takeshita because when he just like says something in Japanese, and then I was like, oh, kiss my ass, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh shit, okay, and then he goes to like the punch, and I was like, okay, now we're gonna get this popping, like.
Right.
Yeah, I was down to what's called with the segment, and I was like, okay, all right. If anything, it made me more interested in wanting to see more Takeshita than it did wanting to see more what's it called more talking from MJF. I was like, oh, okay, I think he did a good
Yeah.
job of what he had to do there.
Yeah. Because the whole thing, and I've been saying this for a while, the thing with MJF now is that his role as the champion is completely different than his role as he was building to getting the championship.
Yeah,
Because the whole point of building up MJF, everything that they've done with him since Double or Nothing 2019, everything since then has been to get MJF to this point of him being the AEW World Champion. And that was to set him up and to make you understand the character. Now that
yeah,
we understand who Maxwell Jacob Friedman is, now that he is the world champion, it's a different position because now he's no longer, he's not one of the pillars. He's the whole platform. Like he's the thing that you have to overcome. He doesn't have to worry about overcoming you. He's not challenging you anymore. You have to challenge MJF. And I think
yep,
that that's the story that they're really trying to tell here with Maxwell is between him and Danielson. Danielson, we already know Danielson's world champion. I mean, how many times has Danielson been world champion? I mean, and how many years, how many decades have we loved Danielson? And everybody knows
mhm,
that Danielson's the shit. He's probably, I would say he is the greatest wrestler in ring of all time. So the whole point is now MJF is feeling insecure about the fact that like he's like, I'm the pillar. Like I shouldn't have to be worried about you. You need to be worried about me. And
mhm,
Danielson's calling out his insecurities with saying, you can't hang with me. We're gonna go into the 60-minute Iron Man match. So that's the story that I'm reading as anyways. And I love everything that they're doing here.
yep. Um, well, we saw our conclusion to the Best of Saren series, and fuck, man, what a
Oh, speaking of a series,
what's up, Kylie?
Just plotting my revenge.
Oh god, yeah. Kylie.
You
do you
know,
have do you have something to Is there a reason that we've been graced with your
Yeah,
presence here today, Kylie?
I realized like corporate's against me. They made sure Raul was champion. They gave him a stupid lunchbox. They did everything possible, and I was like, what do I need to be able to compete with the bureaucracy of this division? I need a big, hot, sexy, badass of a man that will be revealed next week
Oh God.
in the
Oh my!
tag team division.
Are you saying, Kylie, that you are officially in the High Flyer Radio inaugural World Tag Team Championship tournament that starts January 28th?
Yes, I am.
Wow. What incredible breaking news. Well, I guess that we'll be learning whoever your partner is next week. Do you have any hints that you might be able to give us?
Well, he's a big, beefy man.
Oh, good Lord.
He's the beak. You could say he's the big Slim Jim of beefiness of High Flyer Radio.
Wow, incredible.
You know, and like we'll have a real championship to be proud of, besides the Intergalactic Universal Championship.
Yeah, the toy that you picked up and you just got
Toy.
off the internet
That cost a couple $100. Thank you.
Yeah, a couple $100 for a toy that didn't mean shit. You know. Because it ended up getting unified to this, and this is what's right here on my shoulder.
The forever
It doesn't matter.
You don't even hold the correct championship.
I have the correct title. This is the only title that's ever mattered.
You
this
sound
is
like
the
a
title.
Dallas Cowboy fan. We're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, guys. We're gonna get knocked out on Monday. But
it's all good. Watch the last watch along that we were on. Watch who finished it. Who won that match. You wanted to cry around here and be like, Raul didn't even beat me the first time. He cashed in on me. Okay. I put an end to that fucking rumor. I put an end to it because guess what? That watch along, I finished it up. I beat you.
Miracles happen. Like once in a blue moon.
I'm not a miracle. I'm not.
I know you're not.
I'm a blessing. I'm a blessing to this. I'm a blessing to this division. I'm a blessing.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's gonna be worse for you. Because whoever ends up being my champ, who's going to be my tag team champ, and I become the first double champ, it's going to be hell for all y'all.
You're going to have corporate just run the show and give you a great tag team partner that you're going to get carried by? Because we all know you get carried by Ayden on the show.
No. Y'all want to talk about how, like, corporate, like, loves me, but that just shows y'all don't actually watch the pay-per-view watch-alongs.
You write
because what's it called? Gio's been talking this shit, and Gio's never even gotten close to this thing right here.
Tell me one time Gio did me a favor. Tell me once. Ayden?
Hey, listen. I'm just here trying to carry on with our show. It seems that you've come in here. You've announced that you're going to be in the High Flyer Radio World Tag Team Championship Tournament, and we will find out who your partner is next week, Kylie.
I would like to just say one thing. I might exit. Let's go Giants today.
At least we can agree with something here. Yep.
Have a good show, guys. Congratulations, Ayden, on carrying dead weight.
Go fuck yourself.
All right. Well, speaking about congratulations on some things, congratulations are in order to the brand new AEW Trios World Champions, the Elite. The Elite have won. They are now 2-time Trios World Champions, which is pretty funny already. Kenny Omega climbed the ladder in the what did you say what it was?
Escalera de la Muerte.
Yeah, that, which was an amazing match this week on Dynamite. Raul, what do you think?
Dude, what a fucking match. I saw clips. God damn, the fucking, one-winged angel off the top of the ladder.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
I was damn good match, y'all. I knew that it was probably gonna end up with the Elite, like, winning, but I like the story that they build up, and I'm glad that it's kind of bad that, like, they had to work for it, like, really hard to get back to their position as the champs. And now that it's happened, I can't wait to see who is going to go up against them.
Yeah. And speaking on who's going up against them, man, like, this is where I'm a little, like, confused. Because Okay, so a couple weeks ago they brought back House of Black, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
we were starting to see the vignettes that it looked like the House of Black was returning soon, and they came out and they've been around now, but they've kind of just been like dicking around in this weird feud with like Eddie Kingston and Ortiz that like I'm already kind of about because I really hate the way that they've dropped the ball with Eddie Kingston as a character in general ever since Double or Nothing and Blood
Yeah.
and Guts and the way that they kind of like I thought it was such a bad idea to have Claudio be the one to make Jericho or like make whoever tap out at the Blood and Guts match, and then they never even set up anything between Claudio and Kingston because it was right there for Kingston to be the guy to be like, that was my match to win, Claudio. Like you fucked it up for me, but
Yeah.
I
I've been feeling off with Kingston since the stupid Shark Tank thing.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah exactly
That's where it was like, you guys are fucking this man up hard. Like,
yeah and it sucks to see that, but it's also kind of like that's one side of this problem with the House of Black because now I have no idea why they're feuding with House of Black. Like
yeah,
it doesn't really like it's not there's something that's not connecting there with me, especially whenever it felt like the point of them bringing House of Black back was for them to say, "Hey, we realized that we kind of didn't know what we were doing last time with them. This time we've
yeah,
got a plan." And it feels almost worse than the last time that they were around because everybody was starting to get hyped up for this feud between the Elite and House of Black. Like obviously it felt like that's where we were going with this, right? And
yeah,
so, it's it's interesting. I thought the best of 7 series was great. Um, but I'm a little bit confused as far as like what the direction is going to be moving forward. I think the Young Bucks and Top Flight have a match coming up this week on Dynamite. So maybe that's going to be setting up something between them and like AR Fox and
okay.
Top Flight. So that could be really cool. I mean, I know that that's going to be great, but it's just, it's just a little confused on the direction of House of Black right now. But I don't know. Maybe they want to play the lawn game and heat up House of Black and give them a big
Mhm.
win later on in the year. But I was ready to see House of Black become the trios champions, man.
Yeah. And if any of y'all have any information on where the All Atlantic title is, because I haven't seen that shit in a minute. Yeah, where the hell has that been? Y'all should let us know. Talk about a championship that they've been what's it called just sidelined, and we're like, oh, cool, we put it on Cassidy, but what the fuck are we doing now? Because like,
Yeah.
that's the last time you fucking defended that.
I mean, he's done it a couple times on like Rampage, and at first it started out really good, right? Whenever they had like the big Shibata match that was
Yeah,
really hyped up, and the Osprey match that was really good. You know what I mean? Like it was like, or was that? No, I don't think that was for the All Atlantic title. I think that was just I
no,
think
that was just a match that
that was for the
really hard.
U.S. title when
Yeah.
Osprey had it, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't even count that one. Well, I guess they hyped up the big Shibata match, but I don't remember anything else that they've done really.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Uh, too bad, too bad. But you're talking about things that are being sidelined and weren't getting enough attention. People who were sidelined and are now back and now getting attention. Adam Cole returned this past Wednesday on Dynamite. He claimed that he only had some good news and some bad news that he wanted to talk about. The good news was that he was back, and that the bad news was for the AEW locker room. And Adam Cole cut this amazing babyface promo, talked about how one day there's only going to be one man at the top of the mountain, and that man is Adam Cole, baby. So Raul,
Ooh.
are you happy to see Adam Cole back?
Super happy to see Adam Cole back. Also, fuck you to whoever was in that crowd who kept chanting, shut the fuck up and you suck. Oh my God. I was watching the fucking clip, bro.
I think
I
it was
heard that.
Tony Schiavone.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I was fucking. Oh, that grinds my gears, man. Like, it's just, I hated it, bro. I was like, why are you doing this, bro? Like, this guy is out here pouring his heart out to you, but how he didn't think he was going to be able to make it here. And, yeah, but I'm really happy for Adam Cole. I just can't wait to see what he's going to do. And, yeah, man, I'm
Yeah,
just happy for the guy. I'm glad that he's okay. Nothing bad happened. And he's back to 100%. He can be back in the ring doing what he loves.
yep.
You can't ask for anything else.
Yeah, Adam Cole's one of the best, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
seeing what happened at Forbidden Door was genuinely scary as fuck in the moment.
Yep.
Watching that happen live, because I was like, holy shit! Like, is Adam Cole gonna be okay? You know, because the way that match ended, it was very obvious that was not supposed to be the finish. So, you know, we'd had a bunch of question marks about Adam Cole for the past couple months. We've been like, okay, like, what is the state of his injury? Is he okay? Adam Cole comes back and he's talking about how, you know, he couldn't even be in the car for longer than 15 minutes without throwing up, which is really scary and crazy. He was
really
saying
scary.
though that, you know, he was happy that all the fans were there for him, and said, you know, even if he never returns in the ring, you know, that they would be there, and, you know, they just hope that he's okay. You know, so I'm glad that he's okay. Glad that he made his recovery. I'm glad that he's back in the ring. You talked about the All Atlantic title, man. I think the perfect opportunity, because to me, I want to see Adam Cole get pushed all the way to the AEW World title. Genuinely, like, if they decided, like, Double or Nothing, that they were going to take the title off of MJF and it was Adam Cole, like, I wouldn't even be mad. You know, I know we're doing this whole story of like MJF through 2024, but genuinely, like, Adam Cole is that caliber of a guy. Like, you could put the world title on him, and, you know, I'm here for it. But if you want to do something with that All Atlantic title, I don't know, maybe give Adam Cole his win back over Orange Cassidy, and, you know, maybe Adam Cole tries to elevate that All Atlantic title to make it feel like the North American title, like he did on NXT, made that feel like a world class, world caliber title. So I don't know, man. I think that would be really interesting. But yeah, I'm glad Adam Cole's back. I wonder who he's going to feud with.
Yeah, I'm wondering too. But I think I'd like to see that happen. You take him to give him the All Atlantic title. But like I said, first it would be able to find that. Like, where is it, man? Where's Orange Cassidy being with that title? Yeah.
Hey,
But
what if they did this? I just thought of this. Have Jay White pop up in AEW. He beats Kenny for the IWGP US title, and then you have Adam Cole go up against Jay White, because they had a little thing there that they were trying to set up with, like, Undisputed Elite and Bullet Club, seeming like there was about to be a little bit of like some friction going on between Jay White and Adam Cole. And I believe Jay White pinned Adam Cole to retain the IWGP world title at Forbidden Door. So I think it would be pretty interesting if they set up something there between Adam Cole and Jay White if he had the US title. I don't know. We'll see. Too many titles on AEW TV. That's all I'll say, man. It's
please don't add one more.
It's
please
such a it's too much, man. It's too much. But
too much.
But listen, guys, if you guys want to be sure to make a healthy comeback, just like Adam Cole did, then you got to make sure that all your dietary needs are being taken care of. Be sure to grab all your supplementary wants and needs for 5% off over at ambrosiacollective.com using code the Nerdcorps. THENERDCORPS. Go ahead and get that overtraining solution. Make that healthy comeback. Be sure to live a better, happier, healthier new year.
Damn straight. And yeah. Ooh, sorry. Sneeze. I had to sneeze.
No worries, man. It's because we know that it's dense in the air right now, right, Raul? Because we're getting ready to cover some fucking crazy dense content right here.
Oh my god, man!
Audio listeners, YouTube watchers, Twitch watchers, bear with us right now because we are getting ready to break. Oh, let's see what this is.
Bill says, I think it was Soraya that said AEW should have women's tag team titles. I was like, I figure out what you're doing with the two you have reversed. Yeah,
honestly.
Figure out what you're doing with the titles you have right now. Like, well, you already want tag titles. No,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, before we hop over into what we were about to talk about, I want to elaborate more on this, Raul.
Yeah. Work on the two women's world titles you have right now before you even make a tag team division, because you're about to have that shit just floating around more than likely. Because that women's division still needs work.
Right, absolutely. This is kind of one of those things. I totally forgot to bring up the fact that we did get we got the answer to our question: is Mercedes going to show up here in AEW or not? And as we found out, the answer was no, apparently.
Nope.
Which to me was kind of like
Disappointing.
don't get you, we shouldn't have gotten our hopes up, but the fact
Mhm.
is that Tony Khan promoted this in such a way that like he's done before with like the CM Punk thing, and like, you know, Britt Baker's dropping like I'm the boss, and they're setting up this weird friction between like Sheeta and Tony Storm and all that. So it felt like one way or another we were going to see Mercedes at the end of this, which to me was like, you know, it was disappointing. But if they do bring in Mercedes, maybe one way I would suggest, if they are going to bring in tag titles, I think setting up a storyline with Mercedes as the AEW Women's World Champion and Jade as the TBS title champion, and then them also winning, you know, the first time ever AEW Women's Tag Team Championships together. Maybe you can set up some type of storyline there where ultimately Jade's first loss is like in a tag title sense or something because of Mercedes, and then that's how you set up Jade to win the women's world title as well. I don't know. That would be pretty cool. That's just from a fantasy booking perspective, but you know, it's a fun conversation nonetheless.
I have a feeling that Tony thought that he was going to be able to get her.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of jumped the gun, and he was like telling them like, okay, just kind of tease it a little bit. And then at the end of it, it was like, yeah, I couldn't get her. I couldn't, like, what's it called?
Yeah.
Maybe it just didn't work out. Schedules didn't match, or the fact that maybe what's it called?
That's what it feels
else.
like.
Yeah.
It feels like something went wrong in like the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks, and he had to like kind of like do some cleanup, and he thought the Tony Storm thing was going to be enough, but I don't think it was, unfortunately for them.
I still want to know what they're going to do with Sheeta now that she had that reaction at the
yeah,
the
that was
promo.
interesting, right?
Yeah.
See, for a second I had thought that was Sheeta like turning heel and like joining up with Britt Baker, and I was like, whoa, this could be really interesting, especially given like Sheeta and Baker's history. I was like, you know, that would be kind of cool if like Sheeta and Baker like both turned on like Jamie Hayter or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see how the storyline plays out, bro. I have no idea where it's going.
Me neither.
I also have no idea where this WWE sales saga, as I'm dubbing it, is going, bro. Sit back, guys. Bear with us for a second. I've got a lot of news that I want to read off here because this is dense material and I don't want to get anything wrong. So Tuesday, vague tweets emerged speaking Monster News was coming, which was in reference to the rumors of WWE selling to Saudi Arabia groups. Early in the day as well, we also had news that WWE co-CEO chairwoman Stephanie McMahon had stepped down as officially in her role. She's officially resigned from WWE. We had rumors that were coming out that WWE had sold to Saudi Arabia. Those were deemed false. The direct line drawn from Vince McMahon retiring and the stock price and live event attendance, viewership, and talent morale was all increasing until the fact that Vince McMahon stepped back into the office role by using his majority shares to be able to put himself back on the board. As far as the sale side of things is concerned with WWE, this is where things get a little bit interesting. I'm kind of cutting around on some things here. I love this picture. I have no idea who made this. If you know who made it, drop it in the comments below. I don't want to steal things, but you know, it's a great picture.
It's a great picture.
It's such a great picture. The Khan's interest was confirmed by Wall Street Journal sister publication Barron's, who said All Elite Wrestling, the top rival to WWE, led by Tony Khan and family, is in the pool of potential buyers for WWE. Person close to the potential transaction told Barron's, adding that the Khans will likely look for a financial partner to acquire the asset. Tony Khan's father, Shahid Khan, and a co-owner of AEW, already owns the football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the English soccer club, Fulham Football Club, indicating the duo have deep pockets, which we know the Khans are billionaires. So kind of jumping around a lot of jargon here, man. Could Tony Khan buy WWE?
So, I have to, when I'm going to discuss this, I need to get in the head of one Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And you have to get into the head of a fucking selfish egomaniac that I am sure that he does not care how much money the cons are able to put. There is no way in hell that Vince would sell his creation to his competition. Like,
No way.
there is no way. There is no way. He would not. And I'm telling you this right now. I would think that first I think that Triple H would go and work with Tony before this ever even remotely happens. Vince is not going to sell to AEW. He will not. If
If
hell
hell
freezes over and
freezes,
this
yeah,
happens,
go ahead.
I may have to take Vince to the hospital myself because he wouldn't sell his company to the competition. Yeah. And like honestly,
No way.
at this point where we truly believe that anything can happen in the world of professional wrestling, it may not seem like something out of left field, but I am still in this thinking that this egomaniac, this evil fucking person, would not sell to his competition, even if they gave him all the money in the world.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It doesn't matter how much money the cons would offer to Vince McMahon. There's, as his theme song indicates, no
No
chance
chance.
in hell that Vince McMahon would ever
Nope.
sell to AEW. But I do kind of like to think about these things in just terms of like what could be. Thinking on the side of like, okay, let's play the game and pretend here that somehow it's been done and AEW now owns WWE. I mean, what do you think that looks like?
That looks like you remember SpongeBob episode where everybody is like the room is on fire and all the
Mm-hmm.
SpongeBobs are trying to grab like what's called like where's that file? Where's the file? Where's the file? Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Look, Tony is good with what he's got right now. Let him work with what he's got. He is not
Yeah.
ready to manage a fucking company as big as that. He is not ready
No.
to take the creative endeavors of what it would mean to manage not just two different divisions, like a women's and a men's division, a fucking developmental division, a women's division, a world title division, a women's tag team division. Like it's not like he is not ready for that at all. He's not.
I think it's I think do I want to commit to the statement that I think it would be worse if AEW bought WWE than Saudi Arabia bought WWE? Because this is where I'm coming at it from. From a fan perspective, we might think that that's a massive W, right? Because like now
Yeah.
we live in the world where like we can get New Day versus the Elite, we can get Kenny Omega versus Roman Reigns. We can get some people want to see the Miz versus MJF. Y'all can go ahead and keep that one, but we can get these potential dream matches that people want to see, right? But I
Yeah.
view it from exactly what you just said, where Tony Khan is not prepared, and he we haven't. I don't think the wrestling community has delved into the psyche of Tony Khan as much as we have Vince McMahon, because Tony Khan is newer to our eyes. But there's something not right with Tony Khan either, for like genuinely,
Yeah.
because he's got an ego thing too. Like he takes
Yeah.
shots at WWE anytime he can. I'm not convinced it wouldn't be exactly like this picture right here, where it's like, what am I, Tony Khan, doing here on WWE
He-
television? I hold the fate of WWE in the palm of my hands. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we got that same promo and
Yeah.
somehow everything just got ran into the ground, because Tony Khan's not going to want to give up control on certain things that he really should.
Yeah. And look, which by the way, what's it called? Bell says also with the alleged merge that TK wants to do to this on the very, very, very few occasions that I would actually agree with Vince because it's a stupid idea. Yeah. And like I said, look, I think that a lot of the wrestling community, we like there's that vocal minority that is very tribalistic and is very like like no, everything is perfect in AEW. You guys are just WWE lovers who like think that this is wrong and like yada yada yada. And it's like, guys, please just step back look at what's been going down in AEW. Like we said it here on High Fly Radio a while ago. The honeymoon phase ended a while ago.
Yeah.
Like, what's
Around
it called?
Forbidden Door, bro. After all
Yeah,
the injuries and everything and the Punk
yeah,
stuff, it was over.
yeah. It's not. It is not a good choice to make to buy this company and merge these two, and then you have other people you're gonna have to deal with, and then what's it called? I don't even want to, bro. I don't want to find out what's called. What would happen if, like, another MJF situation happens with someone like I don't know, like a Roman Reigns, bro, like a Roman
Oh
Reigns,
yeah.
like a Roman Reigns, fucking what's it called? A Seth Rollins and stuff like that. Like, I don't think that Tony's ready for this. I think Tony needs to continue doing what he's doing at AEW and improve whatever he's got over there. But buying WWE is not the right move at all.
Yeah, I completely agree. As good as the dream matches sound and could be and probably would be, uh, it wrestling is in a very strange point in time right now, but I don't think we're that strange yet. I don't think we're
No,
ever going to be in the world where AEW and WWE merge per se. But I think it's an interesting conversation. Um,
yeah.
but still, who do we think is going to be the ones to ultimately buy WWE? Raul, has your thoughts and your opinions potentially changed now with some of these Saudi rumors emerging? I know it seems as though but it's been confirmed that those were false, but
Yeah.
some people think that there's smoke to that fire.
I think Saudi is definitely a what's it called? Hey, Dean Winchester fan, fucking what's it called? Supernatural fan up in the comments. Thank you for joining us here live. Um, I
See, I
what's it
never watched Supernatural, man. I don't know these things,
I don't
man.
know. I've never watched Supernatural. Luis is the one who watched Supernatural and he loves Supernatural, but I just know who Dean Winchester is. And
Yeah,
I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, that even makes
Supernatural
sense.
pop. I heard there's a
Yeah.
Scooby Doo crossover with Supernatural, which is
I
probably like the most you could ever entice me.
Yeah. But I think the Saudi government the Saudi Public Investment Fund is definitely up in the air. I'm still riding on this NBC Universal one. Um, but I don't know who else could possibly. I hope it doesn't fall to Saudi Public Investment Fund. Please don't let it fall to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, I don't know. For some reason, I'm starting to fall into the train of thought that maybe it could be Disney. And the reason why I say that, I know that it looks like Disney's getting ready to unload like a bunch of like their sports content with ESPN and whatnot, but at the same
Hmm.
time, WWE really brands themselves on being an entertainment, and I think that Disney would like to be able to own a lot of those characters. Imagine being able to put like a Randy Savage, like a Macho Man, into like at Disneyland or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't know what Disney would want to do, but I think that there's a lot of money to be made between Disney and WWE. So
Hey,
for now, I'm gonna say them.
don't count them out. That's right. Don't count them out. Yeah. What's it called? If Disney wants to grow their properties and wants to gain another one, I can definitely see them grabbing the WWE as well. The only thing is that, like, I don't know how it would work for them to keep like the ECW stuff, and because damn well that Disney don't want any of that. But then
Mhm.
again, Disney is what's it called, still has the Marvel like Daredevil show, the Punisher, and all that. So they're not completely what's it called against having that more mature stuff. It's all mostly going to be held behind the what's it called, adult profile on Disney Plus. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, yeah. For some reason, I wouldn't count Disney out. Yeah,
Yep.
in that same boat.
Yeah,
Especially,
especially because yeah.
go
Go
ahead.
again. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I had already
Yeah,
looked away. See, man, we're ready to be done this Sunday, man. This Sunday's been a
yeah,
crazy one, especially considering the theme park aspect of it. Undertaker walking around Disney World at Halloween. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what
yeah.
I'm picturing.
Kane, the boogeyman. Yep.
hmm All that good shit. Well,
Well, I don't
folks.
think Kane. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
I don't think Kane
yeah.
would be
But
there.
the boogeyman, yeah, the boogeyman, yeah.
Yeah, get the boogeyman. You can have the boogeyman and the boogeyman. You can have the boogeyman from WWE and the boogeyman from fucking Nightmare, like
Nightmare,
Christmas, whatever the
Nightmare.
fuck the movie is. I don't know that
I was
Hot
gonna say
Topic shit.
Nightmare,
The Hot
Nightmare
Topic
on the
movie. That's what I call it. I don't fucking know, bro.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas. That shit. Yeah. Anyways, folks, it's been a long Sunday. We appreciate y'all so much for tuning in today and being here with us. Uh, uh, I promise you guys next week we'll be back at our regular time and the energy levels will be correct. We both had a lot going on this week, a lot of moving parts behind the scenes, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna be back tonight again, right, Raul?
Yup. What's it called? We are going to be announcing the nominees for the Golden Nerdies. And yeah, I'm excited, man. Nominees are already finished, so we're just gonna announce them to y'all. What's it called? And show y'all what has been nominated in 22 categories, like best film, best actor, best actress, best visual effects, best breakthrough performance, a bunch of other cool categories, plus a very special category that Brad and myself created to honor some great, some great, what's it called? People, not people, some great parts of our lives last year. So yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting. Gonna have to get
So
the details on that. Even I don't know.
yeah. It's a special award that we are going to be awarding to a very special part of a movie that you'll be hearing about it at 8:30 tonight. So check it out, y'all. Nerdcore Live Show, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, I will definitely be on. It's called I think I'll be getting here literally at straight at 8:30 because I'm gonna go to a friend's art show and then I'm gonna go. What's it called? I'll be back for live show for sure.
All right. Be sure to tune into that, guys. Also, guys, be sure to tune into our website down below. Everything you can see on the banner, everything is linked below. Go check out all those different ways that you guys can find us. This month on the Patreon, we are celebrating with our Rockamania season. Every week until WrestleMania, you guys are going to be receiving the Rock themed content. This month, we took a look back at the Royal Rumble 2000, one of a big year in The Rock's life. Was it worth it? Can't say it was, but we definitely checked it out and we definitely watched it. But if you guys want to represent us and help us out in that way, definitely go check out our merch store linked down below. We have tons of High Flyer Radio merch on there. We've got Corporate Geo merch. We've got Add More Seasoning, Keon merch. Everything is on there, guys. Definitely go check that out. In 2 weeks, we're starting the build, guys. In 2 weeks, the High Flyer Radio pay-per-view watch along, the live pay-per-view watch along, third season kicks off. Kylie was on today, announced we now know 3 people who will be there for the Royal Rumble. Who will be the 4th? You got to tune in next week.
Yep,
That's it. That's all we got.
that's it. As always, want to thank you all so much for being patient with us and what's it called? Getting through this very weird episode where our energy was low and
Hey, man,
everything
we're
was
here.
off in the beginning. But it was still fun and it was still very a great time to have here with Ayden talking about some wrestling news. As always, like you said, keep up with to date with all those stuff. And we will see you all next week on the same place, the same time. And of course, this has been the best wrestling podcast on the planet. It doesn't lie, y'all. It's a fact. It's in the Geneva Conventions. It's been High Fly Radio. Don't tap out.
Tune in. No more CBD gummies before we go live anymore, guys. I promise.